Hello, friends, and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. Do you know who I am? Lady, I don't give a damn who you are. You're no one special. You're no more or less important than every other customer in here. A great answer to a rude customer in a restaurant, not directly, of course, but in a bit of a veiled way. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Entitled mother thinks she owns the place. So this story happened years ago. Cast, me equals me, Lisa equals bestie, friends equals F1 and F2, EM equals entitled mother, EK equals entitled kid, PK equals poor kid. Okay, so it was Lisa's birthday and she wanted to go out for a nice meal. She decided to bring me, friend 1, and friend 2. Now, this place we're going to is expensive, but the food's worth it. So we'd already booked it Saturday, 4 p.m. So we came in and it's packed, like it's actually full for once. We told one of the workers about our reservation and he led us to our table. Lisa and F2 go to order drinks at the counter, while me and F1 stay behind to chat and guard the table. Lisa and F2 come back with our drinks, and we chat for a few minutes before ordering. A little while later, our food arrives, we eat and have a laugh, and when we're halfway through our meal, boom! Entitled mom enters the restaurant with EK and PK. She walks up to the counter and is all like, "Hello there, sir. Table for 3, please." Pretty normal, I thought, but oh boy was I wrong. The worker says, "Have you made any reservations?" She obviously responded with the simple, "No, I didn't think I'd need to." To that of which he responded with, "Well, ma'am, I apologize, but all tables are full. You'll have to wait until a table is available. Again, I apologize." Now this is when things get heated. EM, "Excuse you, sir, but as you can see, I am a single mother with 2 children. I think we should be treated as customers and not second-class citizens. How dare you? It's EK's birthday, and I wanted to treat him with a nice dinner. We don't deserve to be treated like this. I can't believe you do this to children, especially since it's his birthday." Worker, "Well, I apologize profusely, ma'am, but there's really nothing I can do. You should have made reservations beforehand. Please wait until there's an available table. Also, happy birthday, young man." That only made EM more furious. EM, "Do you know who I am? I can report you to customer services, and I also know the owner, so I can get you fired within an instant. So I suggest you get me that table and fast. Also, because of your attitude towards me, I feel we deserve a free meal." This worker wasn't buying her BS. He wasn't intimidated at all. By this time, everyone was silently watching. Worker, "Try me. I doubt you know the owner, and I honestly don't care if you report me to customer services because I've had a perfect record until you walked through that door." EM got so angry her face was going red. She walked around the restaurant looking at which table she should grab for EK. EK then decided to point at our table. "Mommy, I want this table." He saw we weren't finished and he saw how much fun we were having. EM is then, "Hello, girls. Can you please move? It's my son's birthday and he wants to sit at this table, so pay for your food and go." Lisa got pretty upset that this woman had just ruined her birthday, but me, F1, and F2 were furious. F1 told EM, "I don't care if it's EK's birthday. It's also Lisa's birthday, and you've just interrupted us. You can clearly see we're not finished, so wait until a table's available and let us have our fun." EM was taken aback. How dare F1 talk back to her? And EK started crying whilst PK just stood there embarrassed. I think PK knew how entitled and demanding her mother was. EM then got kicked out for having a bad attitude and interrupting other customers, thank God. Anyway, Lisa had a good birthday, and she actually thought it was pretty hilarious since it was like the cherry on top. And our second story. I might be young, but I'm the assistant manager. This is a story from a while back, 3 years to be exact, but I need to share it. Just some info. I'm a 23-year-old male. So has any of you had this odd experience where you're a hard worker doing your best, valued by your district and regional managers, but your coworkers and store staff absolutely hate you? Whenever you replace someone on another store, things are great, but you come back and it's all crap? Well, that was me when I worked at Starbucks 4 years ago. Long story short, after a whole year of that nonsense, I presented a resignation letter which prompted one of the higher-ups to call me asking me why I wanted to leave. I explained the toxic work environment, and he offered to transfer me to another store as an assistant manager. As you may guess, the raise in payment was more than enough to encourage a 20-year-old. But to the matter at hand. Here's the actors. Me, OP, Karen, K, cashier, C, manager, M. This story takes place around 3 weeks after I started on my new position. Things were going good. I was struggling a bit with the whole inventory side of things, but logistics and scheduling were great since I was still learning I wasn't supposed to be left alone. But the store manager, 30-something, had an issue and had to leave for a little while. I told her I'd handle it, and everything went well. Staff that day were all pros. Honestly, one of the baristas/cashier working that day was probably more qualified than me to actually manage, so I decided to take my break, and as I usually did, went to the dressing room, took my shirt and apron off, and sat by the window. A small corner with a couch and a lovely vista, drinking a coffee and eating whatever had spoiled. I'm sitting happily there, and suddenly a streak of poorly done blonde dyed hair invades my space and screeches, "Karen, excuse me, I need you to move out of this seat, child. I have business to attend." She was carrying a laptop. OP, "Oh, you probably want to go upstairs. The reception sucks on this little corner." I knew this for a fact, and there are more plugs so you can connect your charger. K, "No, I need this spot. Move or I'll tell the manager. I'm a regular." That made me raise an eyebrow. I'd never seen her before. OP, "So you know M?" "Well, I'm sorry, but she isn't here right now. Besides, I was just trying to help. But if you think you'll manage, sure, have the seat." I stood up and left, heading to the back room to finish my rest. A few minutes passed by when I suddenly hear a screech, and not 5 seconds later, coworker pops her head in. C, "OP, sorry to bother, but there's a crazy lady here. Can you handle her?" OP, "The blonde-dyed one?" "Sure, let's go." We head there, and in fact, it was Kay screaming out of the top of her lungs for M. "I'm sorry, ma'am, as I told you before, M isn't here right now. I'm taking her duties until she comes back. What's the problem?" Kay, "You? The manager? Don't make me laugh. Where's M?" OP, "Miss, M isn't here. She had to leave for personal issues. She'll be back in a..." That's how far I got. K, "Where is she? I'll have you fired over this. I couldn't connect to my reunion, and now you're acting instead of your boss." OP, "Ma'am, I'm the assistant manager, and I told you that place had poor connection." K, "Stop lying. When M comes back, I'll make sure you lose your job, new guy." She huffed and puffed into her corner. The customers online all looking at us like, WTF? So an hour or so passes by and manager comes back visibly tired. She apologized to us for running like and was about to start explaining what happened when Karen comes barging into the back room. K, "M, you finally arrived. You wouldn't believe how that kid treated me. You should fire him. He insulted me and acted like he was in charge and didn't let me connect to the Wi-Fi." M, "My assistant manager?" Long pause, like awkward long silence pause. "Look, Kay, just because you're my mom's best friend doesn't mean you can come here and treat my staff however you please. Get out of the back room." Kay, without a hint of shame, "Well, at least I won a refund while trying to connect my coffee got all cold." M, "OP? Did I teach you how to issue refunds? Come with me. We'll head to the cashier," and M shows me through the steps she'd already done in the past. Guess she was just making sure I remembered. But then I got an idea. OP, "Sorry to interrupt you, M, but I did warn Kay that the reception sucked on that spot and she chose to sit there anyway. Not to mention the scene she caused later. I don't think she's entitled to a refund." Kay, "That's a lie. I would never raise my voice," she said, screaming once again. M, "Is that so?" C? C, on all her glorious pro-barista stoner girl aura, muttered the most amazing yet calm accusation while not even lifting her eyes from the coffee she was working on. I mean, yeah, she was screaming for like 10 minutes. Even got my ears hurting. She's crazy. If you'd heard it, the delivery was something I can't express on in written form. M. Well, Karen, I sadly cannot offer you a refund. K. But. M. Sorry, K. See you another day. K left, fuming, screaming at the poor customer service and how M's mom would hear about it. M. Sorry about that. She's my mom's neighbor. Ever since she found out I work as a manager here, she comes in and always causes a scene. After that, we all had our laugh. The day went as usual, and another Karen had been stopped. Some extra info. This was a very small store, usually 5 people working the positions. Very quiet place with some office buildings, nothing crazy. I'm also aware that Starbucks leadership structures vary wildly from country to country, so while my contract said assistant manager, in practice was more of a supervisor, and I no longer work for Starbucks. Honestly, I hate the company, but the pay was really good for an entry-level job, plus it being my first contractual work was good on the resume, so I sold my soul for 3 years. It wasn't fun, but after the horrid first year, the rest was bearable. Anyway, that's all. Hope you like my little tale. And our last story. HOA turned off my pool fob because my disability is distracting. Okay, so when we moved into our condo, our HOA was actually pretty good. But ever since one crazy old bat got on the board, everything has gone downhill. It all started at the end of last summer. I'm disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and fibromyalgia, and I use a cane to walk. As part of my physical therapy, I used to pool to do hydrotherapy routines. No one I had met minded this, as I only took up a corner of the pool. But after being witnessed doing water therapy by this old bat, everything changed. She got the nastiest look on her face and informed me that I was taking up too much space in the pool and was distracting and detracting from others' enjoyment. It's a huge pool, and I'm not a big person. Anyway, winter came, and I thought that was the end of it. But I tried to go down to the pool a few weeks ago at the beginning of our vacation. My husband and I are teachers. Our pool fob had been turned off, and we called the HOA, and they sent us a bullcrap form letter about us violating pool rules, which we never have. It's absolutely ridiculous that I now have to pay for a Y membership to do therapy when the pool is literally behind our condo, all because one old bee hates disabled people. It doesn't seem like it can even be legal, so I decided to sue them. And the jury/judge saw right through it, especially when they subpoenaed the HOA records and found out that I was the only one barred from the pool, and the complaints about me were not confirmed in any way, because they were obviously fake. So one letter from a lawyer got my pool pass and apology back within an hour. The old hag has been removed from the HOA board as well. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.